Hey guys, I'm Stan Wolf. Welcome back to the channel. Going to hit you up with some update 2 changelog that has kind of been kindly passed to us via Kat from Frontier. Is the update going to be beefy? Absolutely yes. This changelog that you're probably going to be seeing that I'm looking at right now is 11 pages long. Is it going to bring a lot of people back to the game? I don't think so yet, but I think that they are moving in the right direction. I honestly still think we severely need some new content flowing to get a lot of people back. But, you know, the things with, you know, the video billboards, the interchangeable coaster cars, you know, the custom speakers, PC, you know, like for the PC players, all very, very welcome changes. This has a buttload of quality of life improvements. This is like the most massive QOL update like I've ever seen in Frontier's history. And I'll just go down through here and I'll basically just call off the bold print to you because you're going to have to go read all this. It would, like, we would be here for like an hour if I read all of this word by word. But yeah, like I said, great step in the right direction. I think, you know, some are going to argue, maybe even in the comments and the context of this video, that a lot of this stuff should have launched this way. I think there's arguments to be made on that on both sides. I think that's just video games in general. You're always going to have people that are going to say this should have launched with the game. But nonetheless, I think this changelog in itself shows kind of how hard I think they've been working since December, you know, when they had that kind of disastrous DLC launch and they kind of had to backpedal and, you know, kind of reevaluate how they're going to approach this game and what needs to be done. Do I think this is a wonderful first big, meaty, chunky step? Absolutely. Like I said, in the short term, is it going to bring people back and get them hyped? No, probably not. The people that are playing it right now are going to welcome this update. Huge quality of life update. People that may randomly check it out, that may have not played it since December, beginning of January, probably will notice a huge difference, particularly with a lot of the UI changes. And like I said, just the overall QOL of update 2. But like I said, do I think that this is enough to garner a bunch of headlines, a bunch of YouTube videos spring from it, and get a bunch of people that have either written the game off or said they were going to wait to come back? I think with it missing the new content element, which is hopefully coming soon, it's not going to hit that mark with bringing back eyeballs and keyboards necessarily. But anyways, I'll go through the highlights real quick of these 11 pages, and you guys can either gear up for it on the 13th, or we can hold off and wait till we get some more news about new content and new theming coming. Will it get me back into the game, like back into building in Kama or, you know, anything like that? Probably not. Like I said, I'm just still a little content starved right now. I'm wanting new pieces. The billboards, you know, that's a start. It's been confirmed in the update video that the like actual pictures are going to be a thing too. I know, like the release says video billboards, and some people were asking, well, what about just static pictures, or what about if I just want to make my own custom menu boards that aren't a video, that are just a picture? Can confirm those are coming as well. They're just kind of, I think from a marketing standpoint, they're just trying to play up the video side of things. But yes, you will be able to import your own JPEGs into the game via update 2 coming out in a couple days. But anyways, yes, video billboards, everybody knows those are coming. Custom speakers, remember, PC only. Add an extra personal touch to your parks by importing your own MP3s, waves, WMAs, AACs, M4As, a bunch of different audio files they are going to let you bring into the game. Ride synchronization, interchangeable coaster cars are coming, standard D-themed coasters, and you know that was like versions of the Zephyr Junior coaster and the Valius and the Nidwalden wing coaster. All of those are just going to come with blank themes, so you can kind of put your own spin on those. They're going to return some flat rides to the game from, the original Planet Coaster, like Pathos 3 is coming. They're going to do a big overhaul in notifications. Of course, they're going to, like we've been talking, they are going to let you turn those off, so those are not bugging you as bad. Navigation, enhanced guest navigation behaviors around parks. Guests are now less likely to stick to a single route and cause congestion. That was a big thing in Wilderness Springs, where they all kind of just navigate, to the little like entrances to the slides, and nobody can kind of get around each other and all of that. Path and Pool tool added a preview which shows the path or pool style choice when using the tool. That's pretty cool. Multi-select tool is going to have a big overhaul. Audio, they're going in and adjusting the volume of rides. How some people were complaining that some of them are too loud and the different volume proximities and distances seemed off. They have got a bunch of audio fixes, even down to changing the way the brake sounds are triggered on coasters for added realism. Park music, for one thing, will stand out more against rides, coasters, and guests in the audio mix. Bug fixes, like we just mentioned, a bunch of audio bug fixes. Career mode has like its own page of fixes. Franchise mode, they've got some tweaks coming. Coasters and rides, they like the Valus and the Nidwalden dive coasters will no longer invert into themselves. That's a big bug fix. What else do they do? Resolved visual terrain issues when using the ride cam perspective on a coaster. Turntable special piece. So they're going to work on that. That will be fixed come Thursday. Let's see. They have corrected speed inconsistencies between the Big Bowl and Big Bowl enclosed flume pieces, and resolved juddery animation when guests would enter the orb flume piece. And that is a huge, I'm still scrolling. Adjusted gaps in flume platforms. Flume ride camera settings now use flume terms instead of coasters. The guests no longer will use invisible smartphones during idle animations. Resolved instances where guests would ignore flume platforms being reshaped until the attached flume had been closed or reopened. Let's see. Guests will no longer avoid boarding rides with the default custom ticket price. Guests no longer become stuck in a panic struck by an object state after being struck by another guest from a flume. Localization, they resolve formatting issues seen in the help screens. They have done a massive UI overhaul. They've corrected a bunch of grammar in the game in different languages as well. German, Brazilian, Polish, Korean, Japanese. Fixed a bunch of the grammar issues with that. Online, resolved cases where input would sometimes freeze when attempting to multi-select unowned DLC content in a collaborative sandbox parks. Park construction, blueprints containing we're only on page 8, by the way. Blueprints containing moving scenery pieces will no longer be missing said pieces. Blueprints has park construction has a huge section as well. Fresh sandbox parks no longer have a large gathering of guests standing outside the entrance gates. We've got a bunch of staff additions. Ride attendants can be assigned to rides in career scenarios. Huge UI section. You'll definitely want to check that out, and I will link this when I get a chance, or when they release the change log. I will release this as a link in the description, so you guys, because like I said, we're scrolling through 11 pages of update 2 change log. So have they been quiet and not saying anything? Yes. But have they been sitting around not making anything happen or not listening to these fixes? Absolutely not. Somebody somewhere has been extremely busy since they announced they were going to take another look at Planet Coaster 2 and try to get some of these issues fixed. Stability, they resolved a stability issue caused by toggling cross-platform settings. Let's see, resolve instances where the game would lock when opening the help menu, and resolved a crash that would sometimes occur when editing scenery in a busy park. And then at the very end, they have just some miscellaneous fixes, general adjustments made to the color picker functionality, various notification fixes, and various stability fixes. So that is what you have, guys. Like I said, no, not a major content update, but a absolutely major quality of life update. And I am allowed to release this on Wednesday, February 12th, by the time you're reading this and listening to this. So I will have this go live on Wednesday at 11 GMT. So yeah, you just have to let me know what you think. I think it is absolutely a step in the right direction. The changelog is absolutely humongous, but I think now that this big beefy update 2 is out of the way, we gotta have some new content coming to just get some people back into the game. And that is what I'm hoping for next. Even like I said, it doesn't even have to be in the form of DLC. Just bring us one of those, like those content updates where you said you were going to bring some themes from Planet Coaster 1 into Planet Coaster 2, and just let us run with that for a little while. Let us see what we can make happen with those pieces. But yes, dreadfully need some new content to make its way into the game. But nonetheless, I'm excited. Anytime we get a big beefy QOL update, I am here for it, and hopefully you guys will jump back in and give it a go and see if some of your ires and your irks have been taken care of. And yeah, let me know what you think down below. And that is coming out on the 13th. So don't forget to catch my socials. We'll be covering some of the action with update 2, and of course I bet you Planet Coaster and the socials are going to be ramping up probably starting tomorrow when these videos start coming out. So anyways, guys, I'm Stan Wolf. As always, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video.